afternoon, everyone. I know it's been a really long time since I've posted a video, but I thought that today would be the perfect opportunity to show you what I've been doing for my husband in terms of his health routine. So we have these here that I got from Fortino's. It came in a pack of 4. These bottles I saved because I was planning on making my own ginger shots. So when you take a look at the ingredients, it says orange, apple, blend of fermented ginger, lemongrass, lemon, ginger tea, turmeric, and vitamin C, black pepper extract, oregano extract. So what I've done today was I actually minced a bunch of ginger and turmeric, and then I put it in a pot of boiling water. So now I have this sort of essence of ginger and turmeric. After this cools down, I'm actually going to put it back inside my food processor, and I'm going to try to incorporate some orange juice as it like blends it all up. And what I need to figure out is how am I going to include the oregano extract. So I've never actually made any sort of oregano essence, oregano extract before. What I believe I could do is similar to this ginger, is take my oregano plant in the backyard and wash it very well, of course, and then boil it down. So I might be able to get away with calling that oregano extract and then including it into this. But yeah, that's probably the only option that I have right now because I don't know where to get oregano extract. If it's from like a health food store, I don't know where I should go. Maybe Goodness Me, maybe Fortino's might have it. I'm not sure, but I don't want to go anywhere right now. So anyway, that's what I think I'm going to do. I will eventually take the labels off of every bottle so that it looks like my own bottle, even though I did buy these from Fortino's. It does get pretty pricey buying these bottles. Even if it's in a 4-pack, it's still a little pricey. It's about like $15, $13 to $15. I'm sure I could make it for cheaper. I didn't calculate it, but I think I can. And yeah, so this is what's kind of going on right now, and I'm just gonna take you guys to the backyard and let's harvest some oregano. We're just gonna come over here and we're gonna grab some oregano. This is oregano here. You see it's grown quite a bit. I also have lemon balm back there and sage, but I haven't harvested this in quite a long time. So I'm just gonna literally pull it out because I think I don't really have time to grab scissors right now. I'm just gonna pull it. So yeah, this is the oregano that I'm gonna harvest, and I'm gonna wash this the proper way, and then I'm gonna boil it down. So what I'm doing now is just removing all of the leaves off of the stems of the oregano plant so that it's easier to wash. And after this, I'm going to put it in a white basin, fill that basin with cold water and some natural soap, fragrance-free soap, and then I'm going to wash it the kosher way. Okay, well, pardon my mess, everybody. This is my bin that I use for checking for bugs. I fill this with water, and then after that I put this soap in it. It's 7th generation free and clear dish liquid. So I put some of that in here, just like so. And then I go get my oregano leaves. Here are all my oregano leaves going in. We have to make sure that all the green leafy vegetables that we consume have no bugs in them. We do these things as a precautionary measure to prevent us from consuming bugs. And I know it may seem like a lengthy process to some. Even if I wasn't Jewish, I would probably still do it the same way because of the fact that the soap really gets rid of the bugs. Washing it this way is very thorough. It's not that hard of a process, actually. The next step would be to take the leaves out, put this water through a thrip cloth, and have the water drain out of the strainer, and then take the thrip cloth and have that over a light box to see if there's any bugs in it. So now my oregano has been washed very well with soap and water, and I rinsed everything off. It doesn't have any more suds on them. I'm going to wait for the water to boil in this little pot here that I have on the stove. I have just a little bit of water, enough to make an extract. And after that's been boiled down and the majority of the oregano flavor goes into the water, then I will wait again for it to cool down before I return back to my other pot and mix it together, and then put it inside the food processor for another go around to blend a little bit more. So I will actually just put this into the water right now. I'm not going to wait until the water's boiling, just so that it all sort of cooks together. So that's that. As you can see, everything is in there, and I'll just wait until this boils down. I know that you're technically okay to drink ginger every once in a while, eat and consume ginger once in a while, but not like excessively. So I was kind of concerned about that at the same time. I've done a little bit of research in regards to the health benefits of ginger and turmeric. But of course, anything in excess is not good. I don't believe this would be a problem to have these every day. These are just 60 ml. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fine, to be honest with you. I'm learning as I go. If there's anybody else out there who has done this in the past, who has advice for me, please let me know in the comments, because I would honestly love to know any tips and tricks on how to do this well. While I actually wait for the oregano essence to make, I'm going to need my challah dough, because I'm making some challah this week. When I made my challah last week, I only put rosemary on top, like as a topping for the challah, but this week I put it into the dough, so it's gonna be much more fragrant. Just gonna make sure my hands are nice and dusted, because it is quite sticky. I find that I could have probably added in a little bit more flour, but it's okay. We're just gonna use what we have now, because there's no turning back. I actually made 2 batches of this dough, and the other is actually still in the oven proofing. I'm going to make this into several buns. Probably need to get more flour to go on my countertop. Okay, so here are my 3 strands. Once again, just gonna place them in the middle here so that you can see it, and continue to braid middle to ends. Okay, now with this dough, I'm again going to flatten it out. Okay, then roll it in. Now I have this long snake, so what do? I'm gonna make buns. I've only been making challah for a few years, okay? There's people who are very seasoned challah bakers out there, and you know, they're their grandmothers and their mothers have taught them how to do it. As you know, we converted, so I've just been making challah since about 2017, 2018. So I'm honestly just trying my best here. Not that I feel the need to like have to explain myself, but I just wanted to say that. I've made this olive oil and honey topping that I'm just going to drizzle, or rather brush, over all the bread. It gives a nice shine. It's a good alternative if you don't have eggs to use as your topping. This is the challah for tomorrow night and Saturday. So I'll just go ahead and put all this stuff on it. And honestly, it's just a quick baste, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. Though I do like to get into all the nooks and crannies. I try not to hyper focus on, you know, getting everything to be as perfect as possible, because I know that's just not realistic, especially on a Friday. If I were to, let's say, bake these on a Friday and I just didn't have that kind of time, then I would just either ask my daughter to do this part, which wouldn't turn out the way that I would do it anyways, or I would just sort of haphazardly brush this on just to have some sort of sheen on the bread. Okay, now I'm sort of left with just this goopy honey, so I'll just put that on this other bread and this one over here. Like I said, not perfectly. Everything is sort of just really quick because I don't want this to continue proofing any more than it has. So there you go, that's done. Here is my oregano extract. As you can see, all the flavor is there from the oregano leaves, and I will now be putting this into this other pot, which contains the ginger and turmeric. So now this is going to be ready to put inside the blender yet again and get rid of all those ginger and turmeric chunks. This is the part that I've been waiting for, actually. I really hope that this is going to blend properly, because if it's not, then he's just gonna have a chunky ginger shot. I don't know if they're actually getting blended very well, but we'll see. Gradually turning up the speed level here. Okay, let's see how it turned out. You could really smell the ginger in there. I think it's going to be still a little chunky because obviously I didn't strain it or anything, but at this point you can go right on ahead and put this through a cheesecloth of some sort and then strain those chunks out of it. I'm gonna ask my husband if he actually wants me to do that or if he doesn't mind just having the chunks in it. But this is the extract. I will be mixing this with orange juice to make it a little bit more tolerable to drink and not so, you know, strong. So what I'll do now is I will take a pitcher and some orange juice. This is just standard store-bought orange juice. I opted for pulp-free because I knew that this was going to be a little chunky. I'm not going to strain it as well. I'll keep all of the chunks in there. And you'll notice at the end when I poured it that there's black specks. That's black pepper, actually. So that's how much of the extract I have. And now I'll be putting this orange juice inside. gets to about there. There's chunks. And like I said, if that bothers you, then just strain it out. As this sits in the fridge, it's going to settle. So what I could probably do is just pour the liquid out into these containers and not have any of the chunks in that. Or I could just pour it right now and just have him eat the chunks. Either way, I'll try both options. So I'll get my little funnel and away we go. There you have it. My own ginger shot. There's no bubblies. It's chunky. It's packed with antioxidants. You know, it's what my husband needs. I didn't take the labels off of these ones, but I don't really care to do that right now. So I pack these with him when he goes to work. But, oh, that one doesn't want to close now. Whatever. Will it leak? As long as it doesn't leak, that's what I care about. One a day in his lunch. How come that's crooked? This one doesn't want to close properly now. There we go. Oh, still crooked. I don't understand. Do you see that? It's kind of like lopsided there. Why is it doing that? Are the other ones doing that? No. I mean, as long as it's closing, that's all that matters. I don't even know if it's closing though. Anyways, there you have it, guys. This is my take on ginger shots. I will show you my finished product of the challah once it comes out of the oven later. Probably in a different video, probably like a short or something like that. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please give me a thumbs up, and let me know down in the comments again if you've ever done this. I do need some advice. I need some help over here, help a girl out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys soon.